Anybody here? I just decided to do this like 10 minutes ago, so we'll see if we get a crowd. I know we will get a crowd. We'll see if we get any people or not. We'll give it a few minutes here while I will talk to myself, which I do all the time anyway, so it's okay. Um, but yeah, we will see if anybody comes in. If not, I'll just shut this down here shortly. Got the ceiling fan going. It's really hot in this room. I hope you can't hear that too bad. Anybody who might be watching the replay of this, because we don't have anybody in the room currently. My Sunday night streams usually get about 15 to 20, sometimes 25 people-ish. Some of my impromptu ones we've gotten, we'll get 12 or 15 sometimes, and sometimes just a couple, but we'll see. This was very impromptu, and it's on a holiday, and it's a little early in the day. This is probably way earlier than I've ever come in before. So we're just going to see if by chance I get anybody in here. I got a couple videos I want to make, so for some reason I decided to hop on here and do this. I'm not sure exactly what prompted me to do this. I hadn't really thought much about it, but about 10, 15 minutes ago, I was like, I think I'll go on live and just see if anybody shows up. I'm home alone. Kim is off at work. Her son's off at his work. So I'm kind of hanging out by myself on the 4th of July. They'll be back later, though. So, hey, we got a couple people. Hello. Who's here? We got some people here. Cool. Hey, Sean, what's going on, dude? I don't have a lot going on today. Like I said, everybody else is at work, and I'm just kind of hanging out. Going to cook some steaks later. Thinking about hitting the fireworks stand. I haven't gotten any fireworks this year, which is kind of weird. I usually kind of go crazy with that. For some reason this year, I just haven't thought about it a lot. So I might run down there, blow up the neighborhood with the rest of the neighbors. What do you got going on, Sean? Anything cool going on today? Well, everybody left. I lost everybody. Had a couple, 2 or 3 there for a second, and all of a sudden everybody's gone. We'll give it a few more minutes. We'll go about, we'll try for about 10 minutes. If we don't get a few people, we don't get some conversation going, then I'll just shut it off. That's no big deal. Hey, man, That's true, Sean. The 3-year leases would be ending, wouldn't they? So this would be a good time probably a pretty good time to be Hellcat shopping, huh? Vincent Madrano, what's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. Marco Jordan, hello. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Yeah, like Sean said, it is a lot of 3-year leases ending and a lot of Hellcats coming up for sale. That's probably very true. I haven't been looking much lately. Just hanging out here. A little bored, so I thought I'd hop on here and see if anybody was around and see what we could get going. And all right, Sean. Looks like Sean's Hellcat shopping. That's awesome, dude. So I'm kind of home alone right now. Everybody's at work, and I got some steaks and stuff to cook for later. And I'm thinking about hitting the old fireworks stand so I can act like a 12-year-old again for a little while. And usually by this time in the year, I've gotten a stockpile of fireworks built up. But for some reason this year, I've been tied up with a lot of other stuff. And I hadn't really thought a whole lot about it, to tell you the truth. So. Marco Jordan says he thinks the 2019 Hellcat Red Eye beat the GT500. Both are just awesome cars. The GT500 is going to be so awesome, and the Hellcat, obviously, Red Eye is amazing. I really love both cars. So, you looked at a 2015 Hellcat Redline Red 6-speed, 6,000 miles for $49. Wow, damn. That's tempting. I wish I could convince Kim to that we should maybe. I wouldn't make financial sense, but We do have some. We owe a lot less than what the Scat Pack is worth. We got it paid down quite a bit, so. But that would put us right back into it. I don't know. Yes, Vincent, you got to act like a kid sometimes. That's probably why we own these cars and stuff. Whether you own one or you want one or whatever, that's part of it. Part of it's just having fun. So Sean says part of his problem is there are a lot of parts that you can pull off your car before you trade it in. Yeah. When you do a lot of stuff to the car, you want to pull a lot of that back off. I know. I think we need his and hers matching cars too. I totally agree. And she loves this car. I love it too. But the thought of giving it up for anything upsets her. She's like, I just love it so much. I'm like, yeah, okay, then you keep that. Marco Jordan, Hellcat for sale. Where can you find a Hellcat for sale? I like Car Gurus is a great place to start. It's an excellent website with. I think of all the used car websites, it's the best one. So yeah, Car Gurus rules. There's some other ones that are pretty good too, but Car Guru is kind of a little step above the other ones, in my opinion. As far as the way you use it, it makes a lot of sense, and it's easy to use and has the most cars on it. Yeah, matching cars would be nice, or not to matching cars, but I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook or Instagram post yesterday, but I was at work and one of my coworkers said, "Hey Joe, a car just like yours just drove by. It's exactly like yours, but it's not yours," because he could see mine sitting up the street. And I said, "Oh, it's probably some V6 or something." So when I got off work, I drove towards where he had seen the car going, and when I went around the corner, there's a bowling alley down there, and these people were at the bowling alley, and they had a 2019 Octane Red wide body Scat Pack sitting out in front of the bowling alley. And I was just like, oh my God. It made me so jealous. They had Iowa tags on it. I didn't talk to them because they were in there bowling and drinking and stuff. But if I run into them in town somewhere, I'm going to try to talk to them, maybe get them on video. Very beautiful car. Really nice. And it kind of made me jealous. Yeah, Sean, I know. I would totally do that if it were totally up to me. I would totally probably be looking for Hellcat right now. Trade the or just sell the Scat Pack or trade it or whatever, and get into a Hellcat. I probably would do that if it were totally up to me, but it's not totally up to me. So, yeah. Vincent, I love the Charger wide body too. I think it looks great. I've seen the photos and all that stuff, and I think it looks awesome. I like Chargers a lot. If I had to have a 4-door, I probably would get one of those. And yeah, it's a good looking car. Yeah, Hellcats are real fast, and you can make them even faster. So, so Sean says he wasn't really even looking, and you happen to see 2 Redline Red Hellcat 6 speeds for sale all within one day. That's a sign, man. It's just a matter of I want to increase my car payment. Yeah, we're gonna have ours. We'll see. We've had it for not even 2 years yet. We've had it for a year and 10 months, and we'll probably have it paid off here in probably within the next year. So I'd hate to start all over again, but I'd also love to have a Hellcats. Yeah. When you pictured I always pictured the wide body Charger before, there was in it. It looks really good, just like it should look, and just like it looked in my head when I was picturing it. So yeah, it looks really cool. It's a good looking car. Definitely the best looking 4-door car that I think. What do you think about the 2019 Trans Am Super Duty 455? I don't know anything about that car. So is that one of those Camaro conversion companies? I know some of those conversions for the Trans Am conversions look pretty cool. Vincent Madonna. See, you saw a new Hellcat on Cargaroos on clearance for 60,000, 59,999. Yeah, I've seen a few out there like that. If you look around a lot, you'll see some for right at 60. So for new ones. Yep. And you can get used ones for like 50 sometimes. So, or maybe even less. So, yeah, definitely cool. Definitely something I definitely want. Sean said you told him you needed more money for your car and you weren't going to pay as much as they wanted for the Hellcat. There's a chance, so you might get a 10 to 50% chance. Yeah, well, hey, you definitely don't want to jump into it if you don't get the numbers the way you want them. So, or at least really, really close to where you want them. So, yeah, you don't get emotional about it and just fall in love with that Hellcat, and then so you got to get what you need out of your car, and you got to get all the numbers got to be right for sure. It's hard not to get emotional and do something, that you shouldn't do because you want it so bad. So it's better to walk away for a little bit so you can kind of think about it a little bit. Yeah, good credit makes a huge difference too, of course. Makes a huge difference in the loan and the payment and everything. So, yeah, very important. I know there's some companies converting Camaros to Pontiac, fake Pontiac Trans Ams or whatever, but some of them look pretty good. I haven't seen any lately, though. It's been a while since I've seen some of those popping up. The biggest thing, Sean says, the biggest thing you wanted you to know, Joey, is all the money I was going to put into a cam and a starter kit, which would be somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000, or at least after tuning. Yeah. Yeah, that would be, you could put that down on a Hellcat rather than tear your car apart. That's a good point. And already have the benefits of that without having to do it and without the risk of, once you start tearing your car apart, things can kind of you never know. So, yeah, I don't know. Navpreet Singh says his friend was 10%. Ouch. How can he lower that and his credit score is 730? He should shop around for a better rate than that. That seems pretty. If he has a 730 credit score, he should be doing better than 10%. Yeah, I remember Burt Reynolds before he died was kind of semi-involved with one of those Trans Am Camaro conversion Trans Am company things. He was doing like their little ads for them and stuff like that. So I don't know if he owned part of the company or what, or if he was just affiliated as a spokesperson or whatever. But there were a few that looked really cool. I have a 2018 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. Which is sitting in the driveway waiting for me right now. I was going to go out for a little cruise since nobody's around, but her son has lunch at his work at 2:00 my time here, and I told her since she had to take off for work unexpectedly, I told her I'd pick him up for his lunch and take him back after his lunch was over. So I couldn't really take off anywhere anyway. So John says, so you will be getting a Hellcat probably, but not super soon, but next year or so, unless something dramatic changes financially. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what I would like to do too, but cool. Thank you, man. If Preet Singh says loves the cover. Thanks, dude. Go on YouTube, type in 2019 Trans Am. It ran a 9.46 at 146. I guess I don't know. I don't really. I like those Trans Am conversions. Like I said, some of them look really cool. I just don't really. I'm not sure where they find people to buy those things. So I just don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's a car that doesn't exist anymore from a company that doesn't exist anymore. It's not really a Trans Am. It's a Camaro, which they kind of were the same car anyway. But I don't know. If they're in business and they're making money, then I guess good for them. Vincent says you hope to soon get a Scat Pack. You want a Hellcat, but you'll settle for a Scat Pack. That's kind of what I did. I settled for what was kind of the best bang for the buck sort of thing. So that's why I ended up the Scat Pack. I really wanted the Hellcat, but it would have been a little bit of a stretch. So we could have drove away with the Hellcat just as easily as we drove away with the Scat Pack. But yeah, it would have been. I mean, like right now, it probably wouldn't have made much difference because we'd be making whatever the hell the payment was. That wouldn't have mattered. But at the time, looking at the difference and stuff, it seemed kind of dramatic. We're like, oh, so. Sean says the red line red is not quite as nice as the Octane red, but one does have that nice gold. It does have that nice gold metallic. Oh yeah, so it's pretty nice in the sun. Yeah, I think it's a great color too. I love the Octane red, but the red line red looks really, really, really good too, especially in person more than pictures. Cool. Yeah, send me a picture of that car, Sean. Yeah. Navpreet says get Scat Pack much better in gas and get the wide body package. That's like the one I saw yesterday, Octane red wide body. Oh man, it was beautiful. Although the wide body package costs a lot more than the regular one. Seems like a lot of money for what you get, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, and insurance differences. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say their insurance wasn't that much different between like a 392 and a Hellcat. So depends on a lot of factors, I suppose. But Vincent, I was looking at used Challengers, and I was like, I'm going to buy one, and I was looking at used with the 392 and everything, and I was shopping all over the country on Car Gurus and all the other sites and everything like that, and eBay and anywhere else I could find a shop for used Challengers. I was looking, and she saw me doing that all the time, and I was always talking to her about it and stuff. And one day she walked in and said, "Why don't we just go buy a new one and you can order whatever you want, or we can find exactly what you want, just get a brand new one." And it's like, I thought about it for a while, and of course we decided to do that. Yeah, it's $6,000 more, and you do get the bigger tires and more control, and of course you get the way it looks and all that other stuff. But why the Dodge Demon won't race the? I'm sure it will. I'm sure there's plenty of Demon owners that would gladly race the Super Duty 455 drag car. Yeah, there's a few things on the Challengers now that are like the wide body. What else was it? If you get the black hood and roof and all that stuff, I can't remember what they were charging for that. It was just shocking. It was like, you got to be kidding! It was like $4,500 or something extra for the black hood and roof, and I think trunk. And there's a few things that I think look really cool and everything, but man, it's like that's a lot of money for that. You could have some of that. I don't know, man. Yeah, Sean, you're saying you got part of the reason you got the Octane Red was because of my videos and stuff. And I really wasn't thinking about Octane Red up until the last couple of weeks before we ordered it. I didn't like the way that color looked on the build your own thing online. I thought it looked kind of funny. I never really even clicked on it because I didn't like the little colored sample that they had off to the side there. It just didn't look good to me. And then when they were first, this was right before, like when they were first coming out, the very first demons, and they were little teaser videos and stuff. Some of them were in octane red, and I was like, "What the hell color is that? Is that a color you can get now?" Because the demon, and it looked really cool. And then I realized after few minutes or whatever that that's that octane red, and I went back and looked at that and decided that that might be the color. We had it narrowed down to like maximum steel, octane red, destroyer gray, or black. And kind of last minute sitting there at the table with the salesman picking stuff, and when it came to color, we kind of looked at each other and octane red. Okay, octane red, let's do it. So. I want to get a wide body Charger, a wide body Challenger. Then I can make some really cool videos. I probably will never own a Charger, but not because I don't like it. I love it. I think they're a good looking car, and the wide body looks really cool too. So, and they're obviously good cars, cool cars, but yeah, probably wouldn't own them. I don't need 4 doors, and I like the Challengers better. Yeah, Sean, that octane red can look different under different lighting conditions, and whether it's cloudy or not, or super sunny, or the sun's going down or going up, or it's weird. It really changes the depth or whatever the color. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that about it. It looks different in a lot of different lights. Hey, Sub-Zero J, what's going on? Happy 4th of July to you. Good to see you here, man. Vince, it's more of a Charger guy. That's cool. They're just awesome cars, man. Yeah, if you got kids, the 2-door thing with kids is pretty rough. So, I mean, as far as 2 doors go, the Challenger's a pretty good one for that because it's big back there. But yeah, if you have kids, you got to have some sort of a 4-door. I mean, we didn't when I was a kid. We didn't, but for a lot of the time, we didn't think much of it at the time. But now nobody with kids has 2 doors hardly, and if they do, they're looking for something else usually. So. Marco Jordan says he hates the Hellcat, the Demon, and the Scat Pack. Well, darn it. That's okay. Everyone has the right to their own taste. I love all those cars, but I also love Mustangs and Camaros and Corvettes and you name it. The pressure washer, I have to admit, I've only gotten it out a few times because it's kind of a pain in the butt. It works really well, but it's an extra half an hour of work every time you get it out because you got to get everything out and then clean it up and put it all away. And just get hoses and cords everywhere. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but I do like it. It does work well. I have no complaints as far as the performance of it or anything like that, but it's a little bit of a pain. And I've been kind of getting into this keeping the car clean all the time and using that waterless wash on it. And when the car gets really dirty, you can't really use that, but if you keep it pretty clean, and then I go over it with that waterless wash all the time, so I haven't had to really get out the water a lot. I know a lot of people don't like the waterless wash thing, but man, I love it. It works great. And you don't have to dry the car off afterwards and all that crap. Yeah, I have thought of ceramic coating. It's one of the things I wish I'd have done right away after I got it. But we put a whole bunch of money down on the car, and then it was like I think close to $8,000 to pay the taxes and license and everything on it, and all this other stuff right then. So it seemed like not a good time to do it, and then it just kind of, um, I don't know. I still could do it, but wish I had. Yeah, Sean says he hopes they don't ruin the Challenger to redesign with the refresh. Yeah, I agree. They've done they like I agree with you on the Charger too. They've made it better. A lot of people don't like the newer Chargers. They like the one previous, but I think they did a good job with the Charger for sure. But I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be involved in redesigning the Challenger because I think it looks so damn good. It would be scary. I wouldn't want to. I hope that I like whatever they do when they do it or if they do it or whatever. Hopefully it doesn't go the way of the Camaro. The Camaro disappears. Now, Preet, how long, Joey? How long does your coat last for? Like the coating of it? I don't know. Sub Zero J said, or Sub Zero. I always mispronounce your name. We'll say Sub Zero. I think that I'm more anxious to see if they go the Ford route and go EcoBoost everything than bye bye 392. Yeah, I don't know. We've had really hot weather today. It's not as hot. It was gloomy, but it just now the sun's now starting to come out. So we had like we were close to 100 a couple times last Saturday when I was putting on those exhaust um, things on my exhaust. Having a hard time talking today. Anyway, it was like 99 degrees and humid as hell. At least I was under the car in the shade. So, but yeah, it's been pretty humid and hot. But today seems like it cooled off just a little bit, at least so far. I don't know about the Daytona. I'm not really sure if they're. I don't know anything. I don't know. I do not know. I know they narrowed down their other models a lot. So Sub Zero J Ray. I always read it Sub Zero J for some reason. I missed the R in there. When I read it, I see Jay. Yeah, the Daytona was an awesome package. And the TA was an awesome package on the Challenger. I know they've narrowed things down a lot. Like the last year, for a while there, they had I don't know how many different models of how many different choices on the Challenger were there. There was 16 or something like that at one time. They've narrowed that down a little bit, mostly because the SRT went away and the Scat Pack got a bunch of the other options from that, and the other models they all kind of they shrunk it down a little bit. No, the TA was just that TA package. It wasn't a shaker. Shaker was all there was a Scat Pack shaker, and you could get the regular RT shaker. And is that the only two things you get the shaker on? Was a Scat Pack or an RT, I think. And then the TA was kind of its own little thing with the 392. A throwback to the old TAs back in the early 70s for the Trans Am series. Glasses are dirty. Yeah, there's so many to choose from. There really was even more a couple of years ago. Sub-Zero says, honestly, the packages like the Scat Pack, the Daytona, the TA, the 1320, etc. will all be collector items as we don't see a lot of them on this road. Yep, depends on what you want to spend and what you like the best. And yeah, the TA didn't have, I don't think it, yeah, you couldn't get the shaker with the TA. It was its own little package. I forgot. I went to pick my son up in Omaha. He came back from the Army for the holiday and stuff, and I saw a Demon on the way there, which almost made me crash the car. I was driving the stupid Toyota Prius, of course. But anyway, I saw 2 Scat Packs and a Demon, which was nice, cool. The Demon seriously made me like about break my neck trying to look at it as he went by. Ziggy and I, what's up, man? Ziggy and I says to him, the wide body looks much better on the Charger than it does on the Challenger. I think it looks really good on both, but I kind of get when people don't like it on the Challenger because it almost, I get why they don't like it. I don't know how to say that, but I like it personally, but it does look a little, it changes the appearance of the car a lot more, I think, than it does on the Charger. Marco Jordan says Exorcist Camaro 1,000 horsepower will kill that Hellcat. Yeah, that's an aftermarket race car, though. Basically, that's not a factory. That's not a factory car like the Demon or the Red Eye. So anybody could take a fast car and throw $30,000 or $40,000 into it and make it beat a Demon or a Red Eye or whatever. So that's normal. When Chevy puts out something that can actually race with it, then we'll have something to be proud of. The Demon was it was purple. Sean says wide body looks better on the Challenger in person than in picture. Yeah, that's for sure. That one I was looking at yesterday, it looked just like mine, only wide body, and it was just beautiful. In person, much better than pictures. So many cars now, I think, look better in person than they do in pictures. So since the Charger wide body looks so good, I'm assuming in person they're going to look really, really good. So I hope. Yeah, it was plum crazy purple Demon. I was like, oh my God. I was in the car alone. I was on my way to pick him up. I was alone, and I was like talking to myself out like there was somebody in the car. Oh my God, did you see that? Oh my God, it's a Demon, purple Demon. Oh shit. It's like I'm talking away and there's nobody in the car with me. Yeah, there was a yellow Scat Pack and a what the hell was the other one? I think it was Destroyer Gray. And there I was cruising along in that stupid Toyota Prius, looking like a dork. But it only cost me about $20 to go 400-mile round trip, so would have cost me like $75 in the Challenger. It's my alarm to remind me not to forget to pick up. Or no, it's not. I do have an alarm set for that. I thought that was it, but that's just the phone ringing. Yeah, the difference is that Demons come from the factory that way, and the company takes the Z01 Camaro and then has to take it for more upgrades to get it to even compete with the Demon. So that's different. I'm not cutting it down. I'm just saying it's a completely different world. I mean, someone could probably take any reasonably fast car, take it and throw 30, 40, 50 grand at it and beat a Demon. I mean, it's not that impressive. Vincent says, I'm like that also when I see awesome cars. My wife looks at me all crazy and tells me I'm upset. I'm obsessed with Hellcats. Yeah. Luckily, Kim understands that. She likes all that stuff too, but I take it way farther than she does. When I got home I drove down and looked at that wide body Scat Pack last night, and then when I got home, she wanted to go for a walk, so we went out for a walk. I said, "Well, let's walk down by the bowling alley. Let's see if that wide body Scat Pack is still there." And she said, "Okay." So we walked down, and we looked at it, and we were walking around looking at it, and it was pretty cool. And then as we started to walk away, I kind of like turned her. She's like, "Would you like me to leave you alone with that car for a while or something?" I was like, "No, no." She's kind of making fun of me. Yeah, Sean, maybe, yeah, Sean's talking about the Camaros. Maybe that'll be worth something because the low production, the ZL1, they don't make a lot of them. And if they stop making them like they say they are, the Camaro gets discontinued again. Yeah, I think they made a mistake with this last design, and that's kind of what was like a punch in the gut to them because they wasn't a huge selling car anyway, and then people hated that way it looks, and now they're trying to fix that. But I know I just read something yesterday. They were actually working on the next generation. They had it going, but they put a stop to it. So there was actually a whole team of people working on it, but they put a stop to it. So who knows? We'll see. 2023 is still a ways away, and they were working on it. So there's something there at least. So if they decide to start it back up again. Thank you, Sean. All right. Yeah, I'll blow something up for you. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we'll blow something up. There's one really good fireworks stand here. We used to have two in town, and there was one that was just across the Kansas border out of town. It was a really good one. Now, one of the ones in town closed up. They're not here this year. I don't know what happened, but I'll probably drive down to the Kansas one later and at least pick up a few things. This will be the first year I haven't gone crazy with fireworks. So, Vincent says there's a Dodge dealer in his town. The owner has a Destroyer Gray Demon in the showroom. Woo, nice, nice, nice. It was beautiful. It's priced for $130K. That seems about normal, I think. Sean does not like Destroyer Gray. I loved it when it first came out. It's kind of I still like it, but it's not like my favorite color anymore. I just thought it was such an unusual color. When it first came out, it was just a weird looking. It was a very unusual, weird gray, kind of like a. It looked like a JB Weld or something. I thought it was kind of cool, and um, it's not. It hasn't stuck with me as long as I really liked it at first, and then the F8 green I kind of go up and down on. Sometimes I see it and I love it. Other times I think it's kind of boring and. Yeah, Vincent makes a good point. He loves them. You take a hot pink demon and still drive it around. Yeah, me too. Sub-Zero says he thinks Chevy is in a bad spot right now and Ford is not positioning themselves right. I think if Dodge keeps it up, they could move up and knock Chevy and Ford down. I don't know. Ford's doing a pretty good job with the Mustang. They're outselling the hell out of everybody else. So, Challenger gained on it a little bit, but the Mustang still sells. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I made a video. Either about the same or more than the Challenger and Camaro combined, I believe. So. The only thing Chevy's got going is the Corvette right now. I mean, if they get that C8 Corvette together, and that will be very, very exciting when that all happens. But yeah, other than that, all the Chevy cars look just alike, and the Chevy trucks are super ugly right now, I think, in my opinion. Just Dave, what's up? What's going on, Just Dave? Happy 4th of July. Yeah, 2020 GT500 looks awesome. It's going to perform awesome. It's going to handle amazingly. It's going to be pretty cool. There's no doubt about it. I got to give Ford credit. They're doing some good things. Love the Raptor, and the Mustangs are cool, and the whole GT500, the GT350, all that stuff they've done, just some pretty awesome stuff. So got to give them credit. Chevy, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell they're doing other than the Corvette. I can't figure out what's up there, but their styling is just so weird. With GM styling is, I'm not sure if they're, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know why they want to make all their cars look like twins of each other. So you heard a rumor that Sub-Zero says you saw a rumor that Dodge has an 808 horsepower Challenger coming. Physicist says for with all the bells and whistles, they could easily go for 110,000. I'm sure when that GT500 comes out, the dealers are going to be, a lot of the dealers are going to be trying to add a bunch to that price, whatever it's supposed to be. I forget what the MSRP is supposed to be, but. And the thing is, there's some guys out there that have a lot of money and they want one right now. They'll pay whatever the Ford dealer wants for it, and other people will be smart enough to wait a year or two until you can get one for at least close to what MSRP is supposed to be. Shell Martin, happy 4th. Be careful with fireworks. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hey, thank you. If you like fireworks, take a look on my channel, how we enjoy fireworks here. Okay. I always forget to bring something in here to write things down with. You guys do some pretty good fireworks in the Netherlands, huh? In a lot of places in the United States, we're not allowed to. Where I live, we can. Where I moved from, they're completely illegal. But where I live now, we can have pretty much anything we want. Marco Jordan, who gives a care about the new Shelby? I do, because it's a badass car and I love it. Even though I'm obviously a Mopar guy and I love my Challenger, that new GT500 is going to be badass, and I don't think anybody can deny that. So. Oh, Charger. So the GT500 is supposed to start at 70, huh? That's pretty impressive, actually. But yeah, there's going to be dealerships asking twice that probably. So, or maybe, God knows, maybe more. But some guys are going to do it. There's going to be some guys or girls out there with money, and they want it. And they want it right away, and they'll do it. They'll pay it. So anything, if I did have that kind of money, I would just hold off, pretend it didn't exist for a little while until I could get one at least close to what it's supposed to be. Sub-Zero likes the Mustangs, but the new design just don't cut it for you. I like the new design. It's too European looking. Yeah, it is kind of. You enjoy the retro look of the Challenger, but you respect the Mustangs and Camaro. Yeah, I respect them all. They're all good cars. I mean, as far as performance and everything, definitely. I just don't like the way the Camaro looks, but that doesn't mean I think it sucks. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, it sucks. It's a piece of crap. It's a good car, and it performs really well, handles really well, and all that stuff. It's fast and all that good stuff. I just personally think it's weird looking that you want to drive around in what looks to me like a Malibu or something, just a little bit wider. Alexander, hello. What's going on? Got a few new people in here today. I keep saying tonight. I don't usually do daytime ones. Today we got a few new people. Hello, Alexander. How you doing? Yeah, I think I agree, Vincent. I think Dodge and Ford are both doing a lot of cool things right now. And once Chevy when they finally get the new Corvette out, they can probably join in on that. Yeah, I saw some stuff with the new take on the Camaro. It should look good. And I saw a couple of new Camaros the other day on the way too. And I got to admit, they look better than they did when I first saw them, and they look a little bit better than pictures, obviously. And they're not quite as terrible looking as I originally felt about it. I just think like the Camaro and the Corvette should stand apart from the rest of their lineup, and I don't think the Camaro stands apart far enough. Yeah, Chevy's supposed to be having the new mid-engine Corvette, which it's been a long time coming. Forget when it's supposed to come out. There's an actual date now, I believe. So just Dave, you're trying to get a 2020 Camaro. If things go right, cool. I hope it goes right for you. I hope you get your Camaro, man. Definitely. I think the last C7 Corvette rolled off the line a few days ago, or no, it got sold a few days ago for some charity, and it was millions of dollars. But it's just because it was for some charity mostly. Vincent Madrano wants a 2020 wide body. Yeah. Sub-Zero says you wonder what your Challenger would look like jacked up in the back with some fat. I've thought about that too. Some really fat, have the back end up in the air with some big fat wide tires and skinny ears up on the front, and kind of that 60s and 70s look. Yeah, the new Charger wide body does look good. Gotta say, it looks good. I kind of pictured that it would, and it looks good. So it's exactly what I thought it would look like, and it looks good. Speaking of air intakes, I was looking at. I think I'm going to order the Hellcat lower air box and everything for my car, for my Scat Pack. For like 145 bucks, I can get that and a new filter, because I need a filter anyways. They're about 40 or 45 bucks to start with, so it looks super easy to install. I watched a couple of videos. It looks like it takes a few minutes to install, no big deal. I think I'm going to try that. I've already got those headlights opened up with air coming through there now, so I should probably hook up the Hellcat airbox to it. Yeah, I think that'll be the next mod, if you want to call it that. We'll be getting the Hellcat lower air box on there. Yeah, just Dave, I noticed they moved those cutout things, those nostrils or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I kind of like it either way. It looked kind of cool, but it looks good. Yeah, it looks definitely. Yeah, Sub-Zero, what's up? I was also thinking of strut braces, strut bars, whatever you want to call them. Let's see. Do you know if it's got air intake from the shaker head? I don't know. Ask, is Sean still here? Sean has a shaker. I think it just has a regular air intake and then the shaker too. I don't think it gets anything from the headlights. I'm not sure. I couldn't guarantee on that. Sean would know because he has that car, so he may have left. Yeah, I don't think so. By the way, look at Sean's got a cool channel, ET Racing, where he races his Scat Pack on there. So pretty cool stuff. Definitely check that out. It looks like it from the picture. I'd have to check. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's just the same as a regular Challenger, only you get a little extra from the uh, from the shaker, but I don't think it has any effect on performance. My phone's going crazy. Oh, the shaker is hooked up to the air intake box. Okay. I have my lights opened up now. I took those little things out because I put those headlight rings in there. I'm gonna be cooking some steaks later, and I'm trying to decide between baked potatoes with them, with sour cream and all that good stuff, or making French fries. I'm not sure. Haven't made that decision yet. I got to go shopping for a couple things, so I'll decide when I get to the store. And some kind of vegetable to go with that, but I'm not sure what. Probably just make a big salad. And then get back on my damn diet tomorrow. To hell with it today. Ooh. Nope, I don't have anybody coming over today. Or we're probably just gonna do just Kim and me and Kim's son. I do have my son in town. He's at his mom's house, so they're gonna be doing everything over there. So before he leaves, I'll probably have a couple of get-togethers with him and my daughter and stuff like that. We'll do a couple more probably cookouts as well. Yeah, just for today, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, yeah, freedom. Sub Zero, yeah, steak and baked potatoes, you can't go wrong. That's for sure. I love a good baked potato with some butter and sour cream all over it. Can't beat that. It's pretty easy to make too. Makes life a little simpler, more simple, whatever the proper terminology would be there. Got some steaks, and then yeah, like I said, I'd probably make a salad or cut up some fresh vegetables or something. I'm not sure. Not much in the mood for corn on the cob for some reason. I'm not a big corn on the cob fan. It's not bad. I don't dislike it, but it's just like, eh. It's really popular around here. We live out in corn country here, so everybody eats corn on the cob like constantly all summer long. I could take it or leave it. I don't turn it down, but I don't go out of my way for it either. Currently, I have propane. I kind of like the taste of charcoal better, but we had this propane grill. It's super convenient. It works pretty well, and it is good. It's a nice Weber grill and everything. I prefer the charcoal method because it just tastes better, but it's more of a pain and it's more cleanup and all that stuff too. So, oh yeah, I gotta have bacon bits. That's the main ingredient of the salad, or of the salad and the potato for that. So, just Dave made enchiladas yesterday. That's one of my favorite things in the world is enchiladas. That's probably my top three. John Paul, what's up, man? Thank you for the Fourth of July wishes from Canada. Thank you, man. How's it going up there? Everything cool? You guys, how hot does it get up there? Like at the hottest? Just Dave likes his bacon bits with a little bit of potato. I like my salad. I like my blue cheese dressing and bacon bits with a little bit of salad. It's a Dodge Ram Harvest Edition shirt, which I do not own, but this was at a thrift store for like 50 cents, so I grabbed it. Yes, I buy thrift store clothing sometimes. I'm pretty picky about it. I don't buy anything, but this was like brand new. No, it had looked like it had never been worn. So yes, I do have a Mr. T shirt that says "Shut up, fool" on it. Shut up, fool. I can't do Mr. T, but anyway, I do have the shirt. John Paul says it's very hot and humid right now. 90 without humidity, we get very hot summers here. Yeah, I know we have a place up in northern Michigan, and it's way up there too, and it still gets hot in the summer and humid. So cold winters, hot summer, kind of like Nebraska's the same way. It gets hot here and it gets cold here, really cold. So some temperature extremes. I've been looking, thinking about moving somewhere eventually, and one of the major factors is I just looked up. I've been looking up like most moderate temperature places in the country, places to live that don't get super hot and don't get super cold. And Reno, Nevada was one of them, and Little Rock, Arkansas area. There's a few others, but those are two that I would consider. Danette, hello, Danette. You like to cook hamburgers on supercharger? Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, Jean Paul. Yeah, probably very similar weather, pretty close there. So we have well, I should say my family has they call it a cabin. To me, it's a house, and it's right on the Asabo River up there in northern Michigan. There, it's pretty cool, beautiful area. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful river, a lot of fun, good fishing, canoeing, and all that stuff in there. The house, or they call it a cabin, but I call it a house, is right on the river. The stairs from the deck go right down into the river. Okay, cool, Jean Paul. You've been all over Michigan. I was born in Michigan. I was born in just outside of Detroit. I was born in Warren, Michigan. Yeah, it's a pretty nice state. Most of it, there's certain parts of it that are pretty rough, but it's got a lot of beautiful scenery and a lot of beautiful wilderness type stuff. If you get out of the big cities. Oh, just Dave, you live in Warren? Oh, you're in Warren. Cool. Yeah, I was born at Macomb County Hospital in Warren, Michigan. The nearest town up there in northern Michigan where the cabin and everything is Mayo. That's the area right there where the cabin is. So. The cabin that they call it is nicer than it's not as nice as the house I live in now, but it's nicer than most of the houses I've lived in. So road construction up though, and I lived in Utica for most of my when I was like in kindergarten through second grade. We lived in Utica, Michigan, and that whole little area right there is kind of our my dad, my grandparents, my dad, they worked for Ford. So, all right, John Paul, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for I will keep up the good work. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it, man. Have a good day up there. And then we moved to Colorado, and then ended up in Nebraska somehow. Yeah, the whole tail, yeah, the whole area is. We lived in Utica. I went to Flickinger Elementary, and we lived in these what we call townhome things, but they're really like low budget, low income housing. I think there's a 23-mile road ran right through the backyard, basically. So, yeah, I like going to cities and stuff because everything's there, but at the same time, it gets stressful. Even just Omaha the other day, which isn't even that big, it's 500,000 people, but it's so different than where I live. You know, everybody's in a hurry and the traffic and all that crazy shit. So stuff. Even just going to Omaha or Colorado Springs, where I grew up, same way. It's 500,000 people as well. It's about the same size as Omaha, so both of those places it's a big. I got to snap back into that kind of person when you get there because, like, oh yeah, all this slow pace. We don't even have a stoplight here in the town I live in. So, yeah, the GM Tech Center is right by you. Yep. I got to get off here pretty quick. I got to pick him up at 2, so I got 19 minutes to get him. I only got to go a few blocks to pick him up. But her son is working at the grocery store where I used to work. It's kind of his part-time job. He's in high school, but he does not have a ride home from lunch and all that stuff today because she had to go off unexpectedly to work today. So I told her I would get him home for his lunch and then get him back to work after lunch. And then I probably will be picking him up after work too, because I don't think she'll be back by then either. So. We'll give it another few minutes here. Then I'm start getting out of here. Did we lose our Camaro fan guy? He was like subtly trying to troll, but I don't care because I have nothing against Camaros. So. It is. I always be sitting there like, oh, I got to get this done or this done or whatever. And the next thing I know, I'm watching YouTube videos or doing this or watching a movie, which I watched a movie earlier. And next thing you know, it's been like, I've been sitting around for 6 hours doing nothing. I haven't gotten anything done. Yeah, it's exactly. Like I come home for lunch for an hour. That seems like, it goes by so quick, but an hour at work seems like forever. It's strange how our brains work that way. And I feel all like it's the weekend. It's not. I'm off today, but I got to go back tomorrow. I got to keep reminding myself. I got to go to work tomorrow and the next day. Got to keep reminding myself that. Yeah, just I drive a Camaro for sure, but yeah, you save up either way. You might for whatever, if you decide against a Camaro or whatever, you never know. So, yep, they are all really nice. Same thing, like I said, like the I like the Mustangs a lot, and I also like the Challengers a lot. So, I stick with Challenger, but if I get another car, it'd be another Challenger, probably 90% sure anyway. But if a GT 500 or GT 350 fell into my lap, I certainly would. Like if something happened where I got one for a killer deal or something, I don't know. Vincent, hey, Vincent's got to run. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. thanks for coming in on the middle of middle of the week on the holiday stuff. So thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate that. I'm gonna head out of here too because I gotta get this stuff wound down and get my shoes on and all that stuff. I gotta go get the car out and get him picked up for lunch. So thanks everybody for being here. I totally appreciate it. Have a good holiday if you are in the United States. If not, enjoy the day anyway. Hope everybody has a good 4th if you are celebrating that. And yeah, I'll be back Sunday for sure. Sunday night as usual. So sometimes I just like to try to throw other ones in when I get a chance, and today seemed like a good day. So, but yeah, I'm gonna rock, and thanks a lot for being here, guys. Totally appreciate it. We went over an hour, so it's nice. I was worried we wouldn't get anybody. So anyway, man, I'm gonna rock out of here, go get dressed, and do what I got to do. I'll see you guys Sunday, and hopefully at least 2 or 3 videos before then, I think. So have a good one, guys.